Hey, 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 what's going on? Facebook, YouTube, Periscope. Good morning. Hey, you guys, I'm going to let you guys come on in. And while you're doing that, I'm getting ready to share. And I encourage you to do the same. Come on, come on. You guys, let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Hey, Lakedra. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning. Good to see you. Come on, who all else is here? Who else is here? We're going to talk about the word for the month. Let me share it. All right, Bonafide, Florida is in the house. Like the Lakedra, listen, you know I'm in Atlanta, girl. I head out today, this morning. I love it. I love it. I love it. This has been one for the books already. I'm excited about this trip. Hey, Pam, how are you, beautiful? Good morning, Eileen. Hey, my sister. All right, you guys. I'm trying to share this. And it did not share. I know, girl. I know. I leave out this morning. Girl. Hey, Festus, how are you? Nigeria in the house. Yes. All right, you guys, listen, I wanted to come on and I wanted to share with you what God is saying for the month of May. Now, I want you to bear with me because some of this he is unfolding, but this is the thing that I know for certain and for sure. Look at your neighbor and say, for certain and for sure. For certain and for sure. This month is the month. I've been talking about shift. There's all these shifts going on. This month, you're going to see some of the biggest impact of the shift, right? You're going to see some of the biggest moves of the shift, right? So it's almost like God has been preparing you for the shift. He's been preparing. Now he's shift, right? And so he's going to require you to step into some places and some spaces that you're not going to be comfortable with, but step into them anyway. It's necessary for you to get there. Like you've been creating the energy. I don't know if you guys have been following like my journey this year, but there's a whole energy that I've been operating in and walking in that's a different energy. It's a stronger energy. Now, my energy is already strong, right? It's been strong, but no, this is a different energy. It's a stronger energy. It's more lively and youthful, and it's a fun energy, but it's also a very impactful energy. But there's a reason that I've been walking in that energy because I'm creating the life I desire. I'm creating the life that I desire. In order to create the life that you desire, you got to create the energy necessary for that shift. You can't shift without the necessary energy. There's no shift without energy because energy is what? It is motion. It is movement, right? And so if you're not moving, if there's no motion, you're not going to be able to shift. In fact, you will not have gained the momentum necessary to accomplish the shift. You need momentum in order to accomplish the shift. So this month, if you've created the energy already, you're going to shift early in the month. You're going to shift early in the month. You're going to see some major shifts. Things are going to change. It's going to be like this. Change is just coming. Change is just coming. And if you're not prepared mentally, you'll get overwhelmed by that. Don't get overwhelmed. Listen, this is necessary stuff. Honey, come on, gird yourself up. Get your mind right. Get your spirit together so that you can have the momentum to make the shift, so you can cross over. My God. Listen, this shift that we're going into, is a shift of liberation. It's going to liberate. We're going to be liberated, and we're going to liberate other people. It's a shift of liberation. It is a shift of liberation. We're going to be liberated, and we're going to liberate others. We're going to be liberated, and we're going to liberate others. Why is this shift so important? Why is this shift so important? Some of you have set goals. God has promised you things. And in the beginning of the year, right? He made you some promises. You declared some things. You did all of that. Well, listen, in order to get to that place, we're at month number 5. If you already are not significantly there, it's going to require something major for you to get there by the end of the year. It's going to require something major. It can't be business as usual. It can't be. It cannot be business as usual. If it is business as usual, it's going to be life as usual. Whatever you're getting right now in your life, that's what you're going to have. That's it. The extent of it. Why? Because you don't have enough momentum. You don't have the movement necessary in your life. Some of you are waiters. Not waiters as you serve in a restaurant, but waiters as in you just constantly say you're waiting on God. You're a waiter. Now, unless you want to just live on tips, I would encourage you to stop being a waiter and be a mover. You need to move. Now is the time to move. Things that God has shown you, things that God has promised you, things that God has told you to do, move on it now. Now is the time to move. Movement may. This is what this is. Movement may. Massive movement may. Massive movement may. That's what this is. May is the month for massive movement. I'm talking about massive movement. I'm talking about you are just getting it in. Okay? Massive movement may. Whatever energy you need in order to shift, you got to create it. So how do you do that? I'm not talking about no hocus pocus. I'm not talking, well, it is magic. It's magic when you do it, right? Because it creates movement. It creates manifestation. It gives God something to work with. See, sometimes God can't release stuff to us because we're not ready to handle it. We're not ready to move with it. We won't know what to do with it. It'll just sit there. It'll be an amazing, major move, and we won't act on it because we're afraid or we're concerned or we don't feel like we have enough this or we don't feel like we have enough that. And so God is not going to release into your hands something that you're not going to move with. If you're going to mess it up, he's going to that's not getting released. It's not getting released. That's why some of us find ourselves in a place where there's some things that haven't manifested yet because we're not ready. You heard I said we, right? Yeah, y'all did catch that, right? I'm not talking about you. I'm not just talking about you. I'm talking about me too. So that means that in order for you to get what it is that God has for you, you've got to prepare. So he's had us in a season of preparation. So if you've not completed the preparation, as in there are things that you haven't done, let me just raise my hand. You've got to do those things. It's not going to manifest until you do it. See, this is the thing about God. He gives you an assignment. He gives you instructions. And when he gives you those instructions, it's up to you to follow it through. If you don't follow it through, you're going to hold some stuff up and run the risk of missing it. Yeah, you can miss stuff. You absolutely can. You can. It doesn't mean that God won't do something else, but you can miss stuff. So when you fail to do what God has told you to do, you can miss it. Because I promise you, it's going to get done. It's going to get done. He's going to get it done one way or another. So if it's not you, then he's going to use someone else. Don't miss the move of God. Don't miss that. Don't miss it. Now, this is the other thing. Relationally, in terms of relationships, if you don't deal with the old, the old stuff, the old wounds, the old hurts, if you don't deal with the old, you will not be able to shift into the new. God's not going to allow it, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you will mess somebody's life up. So what does that mean? It means that, listen, whatever hurt that you've had, whatever challenges that you've had, in the past. Whatever stuff that is unresolved that you have not dealt with, you've got to deal with that stuff, and you've got to deal with it now. You cannot continue to wait. You got to deal with it. You got to deal with those childhood wounds. You got to deal with that stuff. If you're going to be free to be able to love and to live and to laugh fully, then you got to be free. You've got to deal with that past. You got to deal with it. If you don't, you're going to be stuck. You're going to be in the same place this time next year because you won't move forward. Who wants that? I don't. I refuse to live my life like that. Y'all can do that if y'all want to, but I refuse to live my life like that. So I'm determined that anything that's left over that I haven't dealt with, it's deaded. It's deaded this month. It's deaded for this round. Know that we're in a constant state of evolution. We're in a constant state of growing and evolving, but that does not mean that we cannot deal with some things now. There's some things you got to deal with now. There's some things that you're going to deal with later. So you just got to decide what you're going to do. Good morning. I don't know who it is. Make sure you put your name in there because you're in the group. So I know this. I know that what God is doing is amazing. So if you would like a prophetic word for the month of May, if you would like your word for the month of May, now this is going to be a kind of a bigger word, right? Not just the word for like right now today, but this is a word for the month. Okay. If you would like a word for the month, put a 1 in the comments, put a 1 in the comments, put a 1 in the comments. And I'll give you whatever the Lord gives me for you. Put a 1 in the comments. Okay, I see it, but there's no name. Terrence said, no, I've had enough. When the warning, but be grateful the warning came through. The warning came through. And so you got the warning. You got the warning. Festus, this is your expansion season. This is your expansion season. So this month, you're going to see expansion, all kinds of expansion taking place in your life. Your life, your music, your ministry, expansion. I see expansion. I see you touching places that you've not touched before. So this is your expansion month. Get ready to expand. Michelle. I see a move. I don't know if it is actually, I see several moves. You're going to have several moves that happen. And so you need to get your mind right for that. And we're talking physical moves. We're talking about moves in terms of your energy in nature too, and in relation to some other people. I see some moves, multiple moves in the month of May. This is moving May for you. Just moving. God's going to be moving you, moving people, moving. This is a moving month. Hey, Artesia. Good morning, beautiful. Ingrid. All right. Ingrid. This month for you is a month where God is literally he's giving you a plan. You already got the plan. That's not the problem. Okay. But this is the month where you actually begin to implement the plan. You've not implemented the plan yet. You've kind of played with it, but it's time to really implement move on the plan this month. Move on the plan this month. It's time to make moves. It's time to step out there. It's time to operate in faith. Artesia, the month of May for you is a month where you are seeing the impact of your change. You're seeing the impact of your change, right? Areas where you've had change, you're going to see the impact of that on relationships, on doors that open. You're going to see that. All right. So just know that that's happening. That's happening this month. This is where you see the impact of the change so that you can proceed forward, because you'll get discouraged, right? So you're going to see the impact of the change this month. All right. Pam, Hadassah, I do see your message. Pam, God said the delay is over. The delay is over. What God is doing in this month for you, what God is doing in this month for you, is reminding you of who you are. You've forgotten who you are. See, something happens when we forget who we are. Sometimes we lose ourselves. We lose ourselves in people and relationships and situations and circumstances. We just kind of lose ourselves. You know, it happens, right? And so God says that he's reminding you of who you are in him. Not who you were before, but who you are in him. He's reminding you of who you are so that you can walk out what he's called you to do. So this is your month to be reminded so that you can move. You're being reminded so that you can move. But at the end of the day, the whole point is for you to move. Absolutely. Absolutely. Amen. Amen, Festus. RTC, I got you. Hadassah. This month is a different kind of month for you. Now, your months and your days are really consistent, you know, very stable. You don't have a lot of change. You like consistency. You like planning it out. You like to check it off the list, mark through it when it's done. That's you all day, every day. That's you, right? This month is going to be different because you're going to like move in a minute. That's what I see for you, move in a minute. And so the minute that he says that, you got to move. So this month, it's going to really stretch you because you're not going to be able to have it where you plan everything out and you have this many weeks before and all of that. You're not going to be able to do that. God is going to say you got to move in a minute. He's going to give you 60 seconds. 60 seconds to move. You got to move in 60. Okay. So just know that this is a time for a movement. You've got to move. You can't do it the way that you've been doing it. You can't. Amen, Michelle. Amen. 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 Okay. All right. Lakedra. Girl, listen, you said a whole thing the other day when you were talking about where you are in your life. I'm telling you, I see it, right? And in this freedom, in this liberty that God has given you, this for you is money made. This is money made. I'm talking about this is money made. God is really getting ready to allow you to see the harvest financially for the moves that you've made, the decisions that you've made. And he's going to give you some new movements, right? To increase your worth, right? Your money. This is money made for you though. Say money made. Money made. Anybody that feels that in their spirit better grab it. Money made. I'm taking that word, money made. I need that. Money made. I'm taking that word, right? So get ready. Lulanda, this is the thing. Wow. There's some things that God is going to pull back on a little bit. Don't be discouraged. He's going to pull back on it a little bit. Plans that you had, he's going to pull you back some. Okay. But don't be discouraged. There's a reason for it. There's a major setup. God has a major setup for you. So if some things don't come through right now, just know that God is holding some things up so that he can shoot you forward. I'm telling y'all, this movement thing, I'm telling y'all, and listen, you guys join me at 9:15 for Passionate Pursuit of Manifested Purposes Sunday Fellowship. We're doing our series on Get Battle Ready, and today it's time to slay. Yeah, today the message is it's time to slay. You all want to check that message out because I'm telling you it's going to help you. There's some things that are going to really make some things clear to you about what God is doing, right? And so even if it looks a little strange, don't worry about it. God's got you, girl, because listen, I'm telling you, it's some stuff that God is getting ready to slingshot you in. It's like a slingshot. Yep. Hey, Miss Carolyn, Miss Carolyn, Miss Carolyn. Man, Miss Carolyn, look. I've been telling you, it's time for you to make some moves. It's some moves you got to make. It's some moves you got to make, because you're kind of stagnant. Some moves you got to make. It's an energy you got to create. It's some things that you're gonna have to do. You just got to do it. You got to do it. You got to do it. You got to do it. Okay. Yeah, you just got to do it. Amen, Hadassah. Amen. I need it. I feel it in the spirit. Amen. Money May. Now listen, Terrence, I didn't say money making May. That's not what I said. I want you all to understand the difference when you say things. Money May means money is going to come to you, right? Money making May means that you're working for the money. Y'all hear the difference? Money May brings money to you. Money making May means that you're working and laboring for the money. It's money May. Listen, I'm claiming money May, not money making May. Money May, because there's money that I need to just come to me. I don't need to have to labor for everything. Because what happens is when we get in the mindset of making money, right? It's almost like money doesn't exist. Money already exists. It's money May. Money is coming to you from multiple directions. Multiple directions. Do you care how the money comes to you? I'm open. Okay. So money May, money May, money May, money May, money May. Okay. I'm just telling you, listen, words matter. I need y'all to understand this. Words matter, especially right now. What you say matters because you have what you say. What you say matters, so you have what you say. That's why you got to be around some people with a certain type of energy. Energy produces like energy, right? So if you are the sum total of the 5 people that you spend the most time with, I need you to check those 5 people's energy. If their energy is not a producing energy, if it's not a producing energy, then it's what's it doing? If it's not moving you, what's it doing? If it's not building you, what's it doing? So you need to check the energy around you. Check the energy around you. And you need to learn how to create your energy. You know how I create energy? Baby, I create energy with music. Music allows me to create energy, moods, all of that. Music. I use the music to help me produce whatever energy I need. Whatever energy I need, I use music to help me do that. So you got to create the energy necessary. How do you do it? I do it with music and I do it with my words. I begin to declare things. I say it. See, 2021 is the year I make my first million. And I help 7 other people make their first million. Now, some of you would say, Dr. V, that's impossible. We're already in the month of May. So how far are you? Have you made 500K? No. Have you made 400K? No. Okay. Have you made 300K? No. 2? No. Oh, you've already made 100K? No. So what does that mean? It means that I need God to move, and it's going to require massive movement. He's going to give strategies, all of that. That's how you create. You create it. It's already here. You just create it in your life. You bring it into your life. Now, I know. Some of y'all say, oh, that's new age. God was the original creator. He was the first one to create, to manifest from his words. He manifested. He created. He brought it into existence. He pulled it together or separated it. See, y'all better stop letting everybody else use what God created for us and gave to us. And then you sitting there looking stupid, stuck on stupid. Well, I don't understand. I go to church. I read my Bible. I pray. but ain't nothing being produced. Something's wrong with that. You need to check your words. What are you saying? Okay, you're praying, but are you moving? Are you praying the right prayers? Are you moving? Are you listening to him most importantly? Are you listening to God? Because God will give you specific strategies to help you get things done. So you have to decide what you're going to do. It's up to you. It's up to you. Literally up to you. All right, you guys, look, it's Money May. Money May, Money May. It's Movement May. In fact, it's Massive Movement May. Massive Movement Money May. Massive Movement Money May. Massive Movement Money May. That's what this is. And I'm here for all of it. I'm here for all of it. You all make sure you share this broadcast. There's someone who needs this word. There's someone who needs this word. And listen, join me at 9:15 for Passionate Pursuit of Manifested Purposes Ministries. Get Battle Ready. Get Battle Ready series. This is part 3. It's time to slay. Part 3. It's time to slay. So let's get this slay on. I love you guys to life and life more abundant. See you at 9:15. Be blessed. Mwah.